Hey everybody, welcome to the MenoLounge. I'm Julie Gordon-White, CEO of MenoWell, Menopause, high fiber, energy and protein bars. How are you post-Thanksgiving? We're going to talk about that today with Barb, our clinical nutritionist. Barb, I'm going to bring you up in 1 second. First, I want to say thank you. I'm going to put on my Pause Life hat here. Thank you to the Pause Life. I love this hat. They featured us this weekend on Small Business Saturday. I love that they love MenoWell bars. I am grateful for my friendship and partnership with the Pause Life and Dr. Mary Claire. So I just wanted to say thank you, love you, appreciate you, because as a growing business, a small but growing business, partnership really, really matters, and support. So thank you. We love the Pause Life. Okay, I'm going to dare take my hat off right now. Could be bad. If you know me, you might see me at an event and I might be extra zhuzhed up. But in general, I am so low key. Like, I think I'm going to wear this shirt every single week because I don't have to think about it. And I don't even like to comb my hair. I know. Embarrassing. Hey guys. Hi, Christine. So anyway, again, thank you to the Pause Life. Let's just bring up Barb because I'm babbling now. Oh, we have a big announcement, but I'll talk about that when Barb comes on. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Hi, Brenda.
Hey there.
Are you laughing at me because of what I said about my hair, or what are you
Yeah,
laughing at?
totally. As I was looking at mine sticking up.
Honestly, that's why if you see me in a hat, it's because I don't even like to comb my hair. I am so low maintenance. Like I'm gonna wear this shirt every day. I mean, I'm gonna wash it, but you know what I'm saying? Like
I
I'm gonna
like
be
that
like a
shirt
dude.
with a little, I was like, does she have a sticker on or is it
No, it's
actually a
like a
branded
scuba
shirt?
shirt. Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
I've had it. It hasn't been warm enough yet. And the back says, can you see it? Power food for the paws.
Oh, I like it.
Barb, we got to get you one. So
I
anywho,
need one. I totally need one.
yeah,
Gosh,
because
are
you're
you
a
kidding?
dipper in the bay in the early morning. So
I need to warm up. Exactly. Exactly.
we need to talk about that in a different episode. But
Okay. Well, I haven't been
super
doing it,
fun.
so yeah. So
All right.
I'll get back to it in a few weeks. Yeah.
We'll get back to it in a few weeks. Barb, we are not telling our big secret. Christine said, I want one of those. Okay. We are
Okay.
not telling our big secret because if you're on our email list, you're going to get a notification tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So
I saw that
if you're
email.
not,
Yeah. Okay.
look, Brenda said, I want one here in New York. It's cold, right? I know it's cold there. So get on our email list, go over to mymenowell.com, hop onto the email list. We may announce it on social too, but we are so
I just want to say
excited.
one thing about your email list that I
Oh,
really like.
please.
You have a section in there, I think it's on Sundays, that you share other articles and stuff. And, some of them are ones we might have seen, but it's always really good information. And I appreciate that you're always like sending out, it's not just about MenoWell bars, but it's about menopause and women's health and perimenopause and aging well and all sorts of aspects in that. And and from all different sources. It's a really good resource.
Aw, thanks, Barb.
You're welcome.
Well, that's our work in the world. It's nutrition and it's sharing information, providing resources, lifting all of us up
Yeah.
because everybody's going through this in a different way. And if we can touch one woman with one article, with one bar, with one MenoLounge, with one clip, whatever that is, we're going to do it. We're just going to do it because we are a mission-driven company and we are in business to empower and lift all the 75 million women in the United States going through the stages of menopause. So that's our jam.
Excellent. So anyway, it's a really good newsletter. So
thank you.
just
On
saying.
Sundays.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we've got an announcement. It's a new twist on something you may have heard before. Thanks, Christine. But we are super excited about it. We've made it very accessible. You don't want to miss it. It is the value. Honestly, the team was like, I think this should be a different price point. I'm like, no, because it needs to be accessible to everyone. And we will be delivering so much value. So Stay tuned, and it's going to be fun. We need a
Yeah,
lot of fun, levity, and light in our lives. So, okay,
you're here to
more
that.
on that. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Okay,
Okay. Back to
Barb,
the days after Thanksgiving.
can you tell I was trying to avoid this as long as possible because I'm going to confess, I literally, and I'm hoping it's water weight. Christine, I know you're in. I gained 2 pounds. I got on my scale and it
Yeah,
was two
and that's
pounds
why you
more.
don't look at the scale every single day. It's one measurement, right? But we'll get into this. The scale is
I did
one
get on the scale
measurement,
saying, this is
right?
just data. This is just data. This is
It's
just
just
data.
data, and it's going to change, right? Like, it's going to change from day to day.
Yeah, I didn't get on it. So this was on Monday because it's Monday. It's December 1st. I'm
Yeah.
so much diet culture in my brain. But
You let
so
that stuff go, baby.
even though I know better, I
I
know
know, right?
better. But I wanted to just, have a marker. But I was like, damn it, I gained 2 pounds. And it's kind of like, well, what did you think was going to happen when you're eating that much pumpkin pie on the,
Right.
I
But
think
like, think about it. Things are salted. We're eating, I mean, there's
salted,
all
sugar,
sorts of different
butter.
things. Like sometimes we're not drinking enough,
Yeah.
right? Like, whatever. So there's lots of reasons. I love
I didn't even
Christine.
drink. I did not have any alcohol. That was all based on food, Barb. Christine said I should feel lucky the batteries in her scale died on Friday. You are right. You
That's
know
right.
what?
Find a different measurement. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, but the waist was going to have the same thing because I still feel like a little bloaty, but I
Yeah,
just
but that's
know.
normal. So let's talk about, you want to
Okay, let's
start
go.
there?
Let's
Okay.
go.
So the first thing is like the mindset around this, right? I mean, think about it. Like Thanksgiving food is delicious. Well, most of the time. We all
Except for
have our
brunch
own things,
maybe.
but whatever. Like
Right.
it's, we want, most of the time we want to indulge. It's getting cold out. We're inside. We're cooking. We're tasting. We're whatever. There's usually lots of things that we don't normally eat. So, you know, slow down, enjoy it, whatever. Like we just don't want to, I mean, I don't want to live a life that's so constrained I can't ever have any fun food, right?
Well, can I add around that? So I told myself 2 weeks ago, no treats because then I can have what I want on Thanksgiving. And it literally backfired on me
Yeah.
because I had just, you know, I avoided everything. And then I got to Thanksgiving and it was on like Donkey Kong.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, one of my kids when he was little, he didn't like pumpkin pie. He didn't like any pie. He only liked whipped cream. And it's such a good lesson. He would just eat like tons of whipped cream for dessert. And, whatever. That's what he liked. He went full in with that, right? I mean, I think really think like when we restrict, there's always the binge, right? And if we really come into this, like, okay, I'm going to taste everything. I'm going to go back and really eat and enjoy what I really love. Like, but the food is such a big part of our culture. It's part of how we feel good. It's part of our, it's more than just nourishing
right,
our body. And that's
right.
what we
It's like a
do.
big hug in our family.
Right,
So,
right. And our everyday, Monday to Friday, when you're planning what you're going to eat and you're organizing your life, I mean, that's when you look at really nourishing yourself. And when we have special occasions, not every Wednesday is a special occasion or every Thursday is a special occasion,
or Friday
but,
night or
or Friday
Saturday
night is that,
night.
right, exactly. But we do want to let ourselves enjoy things, right?
Right.
And sometimes when we over restrict, I mean, we see that with yo-yo dieting all the time. We over restrict, we lose some weight really quickly, and then we gain it back. And we kind of lose control.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's not a
I
good
could suggest a
feeling.
really good snack that would have been a good treat for you. Comes in 3 different flavors. It fits in your pocket.
What could that be? Of course,
It's
I
rich in
brought MenoWell
fiber.
bars
No
everywhere I
added
went.
sugar.
Everybody was eating them, but I wasn't because I can eat them every day as I
Right.
do. However, I chose pumpkin pie. Just saying.
That's okay. I mean, the thing is, like, when else are you going to eat a pumpkin pie? Like,
That's
can
it.
you even find a pumpkin pie the rest of the year?
Oh, and honestly, I don't even want a pumpkin pie after Thanksgiving. But
Yeah,
Thanksgiving, and also, for my dad and I, it's a real connection because
yeah,
we are the pumpkin pie lovers. No one else. My family is originally from Louisiana, so they like sweet potato pie. My dad and I love pumpkin pie, so he and
well,
I are
there you go.
just like it's like our little bonding secret
Yeah,
thing, but it's not
yeah,
secret. And I
yeah,
think we each ate a whole pie. So
yeah,
there we go.
yeah. Oh, well. So let's talk about the bloating because that is real.
Mm,
Um, you know, so one thing that I think is important is getting fiber back in your diet. Thanksgiving is not usually the most fiber rich meal, right? Um, whatever. The
the
leftover
green
mashed
beans.
potatoes and sweet potatoes might be good for you because the fiber changes, but there's a lot of
Yeah, but the
sweets and
butter
desserts.
and the brown sugar on top kind of negate
It
the
kind of negates
fiber
it. Yeah.
benefit.
So, definitely getting fiber back in your diet, thinking about vegetables, whole grains, fruits, beans, stuff like that. Um, and then getting enough water to
Mm,
move stuff along.
right,
Big
right.
deal, right? Right.
That
So
that's the first thing
hydrate.
I
Yeah.
did was hydrate because I noticed I wasn't even drinking that much
Yeah.
on Thursday. Even Friday, my daughter, my mom and I, my sister-in-law, we all went Black Friday shopping. I didn't really drink a lot of liquid all day Thursday, all day Friday, and then just barely started again. I was like,
Right.
wow,
And
super
when we're
hydrated.
dehydrated like that, it can give us cravings. We get tired. We look for things that want to give us quick energy. And those are things that are usually like sweets or caffeine and, a little even out the pumpkin pie as you go past it would be something that would be make sense that we'd want to, we'd feel pulled towards if we're
Hmm.
dehydrated, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely doing that. And if electrolytes or spa water or flavoring your water or herbal tea because it's kind of cold out now, whatever it is that helps you drink water
Hmm.
or hydrate, that's great.
Hmm.
Even if you want to sip on broth or something like that, that's kind of gentle on your stomach and really nourishing,
Hmm.
can
I
be
love
really
it.
good.
For me, when I know I want to really, because I'm an easy water drinker, I really love plain old water.
Yeah,
But if I'm forgetting for being busy or this or that, I love a flavored, like a collagen water,
yeah,
like Skin and Bone, like Pause Life has a great Skin and Bone collagen that's got flavor. And I really water it down so I can get double the water for that dose of
yeah,
collagen. Uh,
that's great.
and just a tiny little flavoring helps when you're really trying to drink it a lot. So
Yeah.
then you
One
get
of the
the
things I
benefit.
like to do is put a little pinch of chia seeds in, and then it gives my water a crunch.
Ah,
So I just think it makes it fun to drink it.
I like that. And
Yeah,
it hits to, it's a different sensory experience. So you feel like
right.
you're eating something.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And
get
then you're
your
getting a little more
omegas.
fiber in there. Yeah, and some
Doesn't
omega
make
3s.
it gooey though, does it, Barb?
No, because it's so watered down. I mean, I'll put a pinch or, a teaspoon in a giant glass. So
I love it.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so
warning
that's
about
fun.
the
So another
jar.
thing that's really helpful though, if you're feeling bloated, um, things like ginger, peppermint, chamomile, fennel, all of those teas can be great. They can just help support your digestion a little bit.
Yeah, what about green tea? Yeah, Christine, I'm with you. What about green tea? That's something that I'm trying to now because I love coffee.
Yeah,
But 2 cups and I'm done. I
yeah,
limit myself to that because it's not my friend later on. However, swapping to green tea after I
yeah.
have my
So,
collagen water and
um,
then
I think green tea has tons of really great nutrients in it. It does have a tiny bit of caffeine. And of course, with any drink, it's not the actual, I mean, with a coffee or tea, it's not the actual coffee or tea. It's, are you putting milk and sugar in? Like, what else are you putting in there, right?
Mhm.
Honey, like if it's a vehicle for something
For a dessert.
for dessert, it's not so good, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, some people are really sensitive. There is a little bit of caffeine in it, so some people can be sensitive in the afternoon. Some people
Hmm.
can be sensitive to green tea on an empty stomach. can just
Mm.
be a little not sit so well. But I mean, it's super healthy, and it's
Yeah.
got all sorts of great plant phytonutrients in it.
Antioxidants,
Yeah,
phytonutrients, a lot of
yeah,
good things, helps flush the body.
yeah,
I was reading something recently about it's even good for visceral fat, of the kind that it's not really our friend around the organs.
yeah.
What do you think
Cool.
about that?
Yeah, yeah. So as long, and you can get it with ginger or chamomile or whatever, another flavor in there as well. So as long as it works for you, I think it's great. The vehicle for sweets, probably not so great.
Yeah. What do
You
you
know,
think about decaf green tea?
same thing, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah. Because I
Yeah,
like the idea, especially in the evenings, if I'm having a chocolate MenoWell bar, to manage that sugar craving at the end of the day when decision fatigue has just
yeah.
wrecked the brain, and having tea with it, because I
Makes
don't
it kind
like
of
decaf
fuller.
coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean,
It's a
it's
warm
really
thing.
interesting is some people are really sensitive to caffeine, even in decaf. I used to love to have decaf after dinner. And then I started tracking my sleep, and it really, even though it was decaf, it was really making a difference in the
Mm,
quality of my sleep. So I had to cut it out.
yeah.
But
Not
I
to
mean, I
mention
think
though,
tea is
drinking.
great at night because it helps relax us. It's
What is that?
warm.
Sorry, tea, you said?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, especially an
But
herbal tea. But
quantity, because you don't want to have to get up to go to the bathroom. We're already dealing with that, especially if you're on hormone therapy. Progesterone also is slightly a diuretic. And so,
right. So, I think it's a great thing to have right after dinner, right? When you might be wanting to have some treats and or dessert, have a really nice special cup of tea, that special meaning it's delicious to you, and enjoy that. Then you're having it early enough, a couple hours before you go to bed, but you still get that sense of feeling good in your mouth, that you're having a treat, that you're, especially this time of year when it's cold, it's really nice.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah. And
like
then
that.
you can kind of go kitchen closed, right?
Right.
Yeah,
From my phone, kitchen
yeah.
closed. 7:30,
Exactly.
7:30 to
Exactly.
8. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, a couple other things I think are super important. Um, Anchoring your meals with protein, getting a
Yes.
lot of colorful plant foods in there, rounding out your plate with those. Um, I think establishing like a regular schedule as best you can around meals can be really helpful for getting back on track. It kind of gets rid of some of that snacky grazing that can end up, oh, I had some cheese and crackers, I had some nuts and whatever, and you end up having a lot of calories but not hitting your protein goals, not hitting your plant food, greens, vegetables, goals, not getting your fiber goals. And that doesn't really help keep you on track. So I think like, knowing like, your breakfast around this time, lunch around this time, dinner around this time can be really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You're focused on, well, okay, I'm feeling hungry, but it's 4:30, I can get to 5 because
right.
that's my routine.
Right. Or it's 4:30. I know I'm getting dinner at 7. Okay, I think I'll have some hummus and sliced veggies or something.
Mm-hmm,
Right.
mm-hmm.
So you can be
A lot of
smart
women,
about it.
that's when they eat MenoWell bars at like three
Oh yeah.
o'clock because they know
Yeah.
that that fullness from all the fiber is going to get them to dinner.
Yeah. It's great. And it's that afternoon, it kind of it tastes, it's not sweet like sugar, but it tastes sweet, like it's a
Right,
treat. Yeah.
right,
Yeah,
right.
that's when I
Like
like
that
them after that. Yeah.
3:30 peanut
Yeah.
butter. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
jam.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
you just made me think about meal timing also because I know meal timing is not a thing, right? It's just not. But I noticed that because I wake up really early, I'm hungry early for dinner. And so, but if I eat dinner too early, I'm like an old lady, blue lights,
Yeah.
especially early
Then you're
dinner.
hungry before you go to bed, right?
Right. That's what happens. So I have to be careful not to eat too early because then I'm fighting myself even after, I have to eat another bar and
Right.
a lot of fiber before you go to bed. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So for someone like you, planning a good, like planning a snack so that you can push your dinner back a little bit.
Push back. Yeah.
Yeah. But
A
I mean,
lot of
I remember when
veggies.
my kids were, in high school and there was sports and driving them around and all that stuff, or, even when I was commuting, like sometimes it just takes a while to get dinner on the table. So even if you're not a super early breakfast person, it can, if you're from 12 to 1 to 7 is a really long time,
Yeah.
or
It is
even
a long
later. Yeah.
It's a
So,
long time.
yeah.
Sometimes I even have what I would call like a first dinner or an early dinner
Yeah.
with tuna, a little bit
Oh,
of
yeah.
tuna and some carrots and a little bit of apple and just, it's like a little Waldorf tuna thing,
Oh, yeah.
and get that protein in and then but it's not a huge thing.
Yeah.
And that can really, really
Yeah,
get to my
that I
protein
think
goal.
soup can be a really good thing too. And that's
Mm-hmm.
something you can prep like and have over the week. Yeah,
That's
something
good.
like a
And
veggie
let's
soup.
just talk about just chicken. The one thing when I want to get myself back on track this week, I put my chicken breast in the crock pot, which is my favorite thing to do. Don't even have
Yeah,
to touch it. I don't even like
yeah.
touching. I know I'm like a child when it comes to that. But
You know what? A lot of people are like you. Yeah,
but then it just cooks down, and then I have a whole glass container of shredded chicken.
yeah,
So good. And I will just go grab, a good 3 ounces of shredded chicken, and that'll fill me up with water or tea or whatever.
yeah,
And
yeah.
super
I mean, I
good.
think that's great. Ground turkey. Buy a roasted chicken if you want.
Yeah.
I think that's great. It's so it
And
just can live in the refrigerator, and then
lives
you
and
have instant meat. You can heat it up, you can put it in a salad, you could just eat it, whatever.
get cold.
Yeah.
I think also what we're saying too is that choosing when you're hungry, try to go for a protein.
Yeah,
If you a fiber and a protein, those are the things that are going to get us full and get us to our goals for the day.
exactly.
So try
Exactly.
not to take that afternoon emptiness and fill it with something that's not actually, you're still going to be hungry after you eat it. So
Right. And doesn't help get you to where you really want to focus,
no,
you
no,
know. Yeah.
good. I bet
So,
you got one
yeah, so
more.
I think that's really important. And I do think it's important not to go so long between meals, especially when you're kind of resetting that you get so hungry that you overeat,
Right, because
right?
that is how I was feeling yesterday, because I have been eating so much more than I normally eat.
Yeah,
I was hungry, and it was
yeah.
weird because I'm normally not that hungry. So stretched stomach, is that a thing, or did I make that up?
I mean, I
Psychological?
feel like when I eat a lot, I'm hungrier,
Yeah.
and also when you get used to eating desserts and things like that, it's so easy to get hooked back on them,
Yeah.
right?
And yeah, that taste for sugary sweet things, it
Yeah,
just goes, and you just have to reset. That's what we're here. We're resetting and get
yeah,
conscious about it.
yeah,
Not shaming that I ate
right.
a whole pie, but leaving it in the past and getting back. I was so happy
Exactly.
to
Just
get
kind of
back to
get,
my
yeah,
cottage
circling
cheese.
back. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think another thing that can be really helpful is making sure that you, as best you can, you're supporting your sleep.
Yeah.
So, if we don't get a good night's sleep, we tend to eat more, be hungrier. I mean, I think there's studies that show that people who get less sleep eat like up to 600 more calories a day. I mean, it's pretty substantial.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's no guarantees in midlife that we can guarantee our sleep at all, but we can put in good habits
Mm-hmm.
to support that sleep
Mm-hmm.
so that
We
at
can
least
control
we're
when we go to bed.
right. Exactly.
Even if we don't
Exactly.
fall asleep, just the restfulness of
Exactly.
being in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with holidays, we're staying up late, much
Yeah.
later usually than what we normally would stay up. So
Right. And we're
that's
probably
true
getting
too.
up earlier because we have a lot to do or somewhere to go or whatever.
Or sleeping in,
Yeah.
like our regular clock gets off during the
Yeah.
holidays. And for me, I've had, like my daughter's flown in, my sons were here, my parents, so the schedule is all wonky. And
Yeah.
so not only is the food off, the sleeping patterns are off too. And then
Yeah.
I'm trying to squeeze some weight training, go grab some dumbbells and do some
Yeah.
something, So yeah, all of those
Yeah.
things add
Yeah.
to how we're just off kilter. And
Yeah.
so
And then, I mean, I
resetting.
think exercise is really important too. And after if you've taken a few days off or you've done something that you might not normally have done, like usually for Thanksgiving, we do a really big hike. We didn't do it this year.
Hmm.
But, you know, doing something that's supportive, right?
Yeah.
You might not come back 100% to where your, you know, PR was of your workout right before,
Right. I
but
noticed that. Right.
moving is important. Maybe you do a little bit more walking. Maybe
Yeah.
you do, this is the week you want to do a Pilates or yoga class, or this is the week where maybe you don't push, you go back a little bit on your weights for a day or two, and then you push forward again, just so you
Hmm.
get back into that swing of it. I mean,
Give
think
yourself some
about it.
minutes.
Thanksgiving is really like, half of Wednesday all the way till we come back on Monday, right?
Right. It's a
So it's a,
long holiday, and we're
yeah,
getting ready to do it again with the next set of holidays, with Hanukkah, with Christmas, on. So we getting, it's like this is a trial run. Notice
yeah,
yourself. How you
yeah,
did, how
yeah.
did you do
But, with all
Thanksgiving?
these things, like with hydration, with, kind of food, with sleep, with movement, it's consistency. So it's really about like how fast you get back to get back on your routine. We are
Right.
all going to take vacations. We're all going to want to
Yeah.
celebrate, it might be your birthday, whatever. It might be Thanksgiving or one of the other holidays. But the key is enjoy that day. And then how can you get back into your
Back into
normal
your
routine?
routine.
Yeah.
Hair Loving Co said sleep is so important. Best not to get into sleep deficit.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
For
Shout
sure.
out
Like,
on that
I
one. I will
don't want to
say
see my
too,
sleep deficit from like 35 on, right?
like, when was my youngest born?
I know,
He's
exactly.
24 now. No, shout out to progesterone. I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. And there's some really good sleep supplements out there too. I love Pause Lives. Because now I've tried all the supplements, and it's one that I go to when I know that I need a little extra support because I'm a
Yeah.
little extra wound up that day, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I
I mean,
highly
I
recommend.
love magnesium.
Mhm.
An Epsom salt bath is soaking in magnesium, and magnesium is a molecule that we can actually take up through our skin, actually make like lotion with magnesium.
I've never, I won't say I've never had a bath. I didn't mean to say that. I haven't had a bath in so long. I can't even remember. It was probably at some spa, but I'm like,
Yeah.
shower, running through the
I know. I
usual,
used
right?
to take a I used to take a bath all the time, and then I got rid of our bathtub, and so now I don't really take a bath. But for a lot of people, just it's relaxing because it's downtime.
Yeah.
Um,
And when there's a purpose. And I would love to say too that at least I was intentional. And so when we make choices, like I'm going to eat probably the whole pie for Thanksgiving, I kind of already decided that for myself, and I
yeah,
knew that I was going to go off the way I normally eat from Thursday probably all the way till Sunday, pretty intentional, and then Monday back on it. So I
yeah,
already made the
you had a
decision.
plan.
I had a plan. I was intentional, and when we're intentional, then we don't need to feel shame or go off, like a deep spiral on things. And even though I wasn't excited when I saw the 2 pounds on the scale, I had already decided not that I was going to be okay with that, but that I was going to enjoy the food, the family in that way. Our food is
Yeah.
like most families, huge in our formerly Southern Louisiana based family. Food is everything.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, I
um,
think you'll see those 2 pounds slip away very quickly.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
giving it a week, drink the water, move my body, get
Yeah.
back to my weights, pile on my protein, get that fiber in there so everything is moving.
Yeah,
And
lots of vegetables, right? They're fill you up, low in calories, high in nutrients
and volume. Yeah, yeah.
and
So
volume.
true.
Yeah, and I think, this time of year, cooked vegetables sit a lot better with people just because it's cold.
Hmm.
But it doesn't matter. If you want salads, eat salads. If you want to crunch on stuff, great. If you want to cook it, sometimes that's just a little bit more gentle.
Hmm. And
So
it meets our need for cozy. We have
yeah,
some great recipes on the blog. And if you haven't read the My MenoWell blog, there's some really good blog posts there. Barb's written quite a few of them.
those are
Those,
particularly good.
those are the ones we usually get the most comments on. Like people will email, oh my God, that was great. I'm like, I know, go tell Barb. But there's a recipe. It was reminding me that there's some cozy eating, high fiber recipes on the blog right now.
Yeah.
So go poke around for those. So
Yeah, great.
well, Barb, I feel
Awesome.
better. Because this
Yeah,
is not
good.
this MenoLounge was for me. No, it's for everyone who.
Me too. I had to put an end to pie making in our house. I'm not that pie maker, but I was like, we can't have any more.
No more pie. I've currently banned peanut butter from my house. And I was like, what do you mean? You know, my youngest son's here. Where's that peanut butter? I'm like, trigger food. I'm not having it right now. So, anywho, Barb, thank you as always.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you here.
Oh, and how are you feeling? You had a new knee.
A new knee. I'm feeling really good. You know, it's a little, it's coming back.
Feeling like yourself?
Yeah,
almost.
Well, I'm more and more every day. Yeah.
Have you driven a car yet?
Yeah, I've driven. I've been walking. I got up to a mile this week.
Oh, good for you.
I've been riding my stationary bike. I've been lifting weights. I've been doing, there's a lot of mobility exercises that don't feel like they're doing anything, but then they go measure and they are doing something, but they don't feel like building muscle. But I'm leaning into it because that's what I need to do now.
I love it. And was it that the cartilage in your knee had disintegrated, or what was it?
It was no longer there. Yeah. And it was really making it made me so I didn't want to do things that I knew were really good for me that I enjoyed. And I was like, this isn't making sense anymore. Like it shouldn't hurt to walk, it shouldn't hurt to hike, So it's just a little setback, but it's been interesting to see how my body responds. And I've really been leaning into protein because I want to build back. I don't want to lose a lot of muscle, and I want to build back that tissue that has been, traumatized and whatever.
Right. And maintain what's still there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had a little rule, except I let it go for Thanksgiving, but I was like, no sugar. And, I am like protein first.
Mm-hmm. Protein first.
Yeah.
Which that's a good rule, whether you've had knee surgery or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Protein, fiber, whatever else after that.
Yeah. And, I'm not moving very much in comparison to how I used to, just because I can't. And so I notice I'm not quite as hungry as I used to be. Mm-hmm. And I think part of that is just I'm just not using up as much calories. So the protein really fills me up.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing how your body adjusts when you're not moving? It's like, oh, we don't need as much fuel to do the things we need to do. Your basal metabolic rate basically just comes down.
Yeah.
It's such a genius computer, but we tend to override it.
We override. That's right. We get in our head and override it all the time.
Override it.
Yeah.
More on that after our announcement. So, okay. Everybody, thank you.
Good to see you.
If you haven't already.
Thanks.
Reset yourself. Now we've already done the indulgence. We can just be cool through December. Maybe have some extra fun on New Year's Eve. Be cool. And then we'll feel amazing and hit 2026 like a boss. So more on that.
Awesome.
Thank you, Barb.
See you later. Thanks. Take care.
Well, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.